Hey there everyone, in continuation of yesterday's vlog of East and West, I'd like to expand on the topic a little bit. What we're actually talking about here is epistemology. I don't know if you've heard of that word before, but epistemology means the science of knowing, or how we receive knowledge. If we talk about the empirical system of gathering information from around us with our senses or different instruments like telescopes or microscopes, then that's okay, but we have to understand that it's limited and that you can actually never come up with the conclusion that this is a fact. All you can say is, as far as we know, according to the information that we received, this is not wrong. Because there may be a place where the rules or the laws that you've observed don't apply. But in the other circumstance, when we receive information from a source, from a higher source, then depending on what that source is, then you have more of a ability to say that it's the truth, especially if it's coming from the supreme source, which is God. If God is perfect and he's giving perfect knowledge, then the knowledge that you receive from him is also perfect. Because a different problem with us gathering information from around us is that we have 4 defects. One is that we have imperfect senses, we have the tendency to cheat, we fall into illusion, and I can't remember exactly what the 4th one is right now, but we're limited in those ways that, say, I'm a little bit colorblind, I mix up green and red sometimes. We can't hear as well as dogs, so if we're depending upon our senses to define what reality is, then it's imperfect. And you can see this in the difference between Eastern and Western conceptions, that the West focuses on dissecting things, analyzing things atomically, that if you ask somebody in the West or a scientist what is a table, then he'll dissect it into atoms and tell you how many carbon molecules there are, how many oxygen molecules, and what its makeup is. If you ask somebody from the East, and then say it's a table and it's for putting things on. So we can see that when our mentality is based upon divide and conquer in these ways, that we're just basing things on the information that we can take in and analyzing it in that way, then it comes up with some strange conclusions. But if we look at things in a more personal way, that we're getting information from people, from teachers, from spiritual teachers, and ultimately from God, then it makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more personal. Often we're avoiding our personality, we're avoiding others' personalities because it's difficult to deal with, but we're people, and that's how life works. Anyway, we'll continue with this tomorrow. Big topic. Hope that was interesting. See you tomorrow.